way back from the real island, and it's Saturday, and we had to go up there unexpectedly yesterday, spend the night back on our way from the real island. And I was musing about GI and the sad things that have been going on and the stress I feel around there from people and me. And I said out loud, this island needs a karmic enema. And Squeaky laughed and that said, but how do you do that? And I thought that was a pretty good question. So we started to talk about that. I started to say how I felt, and she said, you should tape that then and just tell them that. Tell them what you just told me. So she has just turned the camera on. We're on our way down I-95 in the great, very wet state of Maine today. So guys, there's a lot of tension going on around here. There's been a lot of odd stuff that's happened in the last week. Some of it's hard for me to be able to do much about. I know some of you are upset by what you perceive as injustices. If you think that there's been unjust decisions made, and some of you don't understand some things that have gone on, and that's hard for me because there are issues of discretion there sometimes. But anyway, this island needs a karmic enema, guys. There's a lot of pain from some of the things that have been going on. I know that. I feel it too. The folks in the LG have just lost their oldest and one of their dearest members. We all love Hana in our own ways, and there's pain there. We're not acting at our best right now. There's stress, and one of the things that pain tends to breed is anger. Most of the time, when you look behind anger, you find pain. This is something that we have to decide each of us alone, how we're going to deal with that. Some of you want to just go away. I'm hearing from some of you that want me to just delete your accounts, or want to say a farewell speech and leave, or this kind of thing. I understand it, and it's hard for me to deal with it because some of what's happened is because I've made a couple of mistakes that I'm really embarrassed about and humiliated to have made. I don't claim any great competence there, but I think most of you old-timers might agree that there hasn't really ever been that kind of hurtful mistake that I've made, technically speaking. So I feel really horrible about those, and it's hard for me to deal with this. But look, we all have to decide what kind of energy we're going to put out when we're in a community or a family like this. What GI is, whatever you guys like about it that makes you want to be there, most of that is because of how you make it seem, by what you say, how you approach things, who you are. And we all send out ripples into existence with everything we do and everything we say that affects everybody else, and even if only microscopically. The sum total of our lives is the sum total of what kind of ripples we send out all during that life. And we all have to decide whether we want to have what kind of ripples we want to put out, and there are ripples that are bouncing around this island that I can't control all of them. I'm going to apologize for the mistakes that I've made and try to move on, and I need to ask you guys to think about that issue of karmic ripples and what you want to put out. We can all focus on the hurt, or on the Maine State Trooper. We can focus on the hurt, or we can focus on the things that piss us off about other people, or we can focus on the immense things we have in common, the really beautiful things we have in common, and decide to affect the people around us in the most positive way. And that might mean forgiving, and that might mean, well, I guess each of us has to decide. But I'm asking you guys to help me shift the karmic energy of this island, and I feel I can do some of it, and I'm going to do some of it now that we're coming home from our unexpected trip. But mostly what we all need to do is be thinking about what we have in common and what we like about each other when we're interacting as a family. And I'm feeling a lot of pettiness and and that's coming from me as well. And it's coming from anger, which is coming from pain. What do you think, Squeaky?
I agree with you. I think the idea of the karmic enema is a good one, and I had suggested other things besides doing this too, like having a party or having a sleepover where maybe we're online for a reasonable amount of time together.
So people in different areas can join us?
Yeah, so it's not just at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on a Friday night. It's from 9 to 9 or something.
Wish we'd thought of this a couple days ago. Tomorrow would be a good day since we're going to
be around.
Oh, yeah. Lovely deers. That was a baby, too.
Yeah, she was relatively young.
So a slumber party?
Yeah, something, a good event.
Yeah. In the chat rooms?
Thing. Yeah, in the chat rooms, yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about that? We need to come together. I need you guys to help me with that. I'm gonna. There are things that I can do that I'm gonna do, but Squeaky and I were just thinking about the island and what it needs, and so we're coming to you to ask if you can help us at all, and think about those ripples that we each put out by everything we say and everything we do, and whether you want those to be positive, uplifting ripples that celebrate the special things about a person, or if you want those to be petty, irritating ripples that just look at something about them that pisses you off and spread that around by telling other people about it.
Kira, stop.
All right, guys. Let's Squeaky and me signing off, coming back from the island. We love you guys. Bye.